Hey everyone, welcome into the Marvelous Marvel Discussion Arena. And in this episode, we're going to be breaking down and talking about Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. So Burley, our expert spider person here, Spider-Verse lover, is going to be giving his review, kind of a spoiler review. So if you have not seen the film, please go and turn away and come back after you've seen it, because we're going to be throwing spoilers about the film in this episode. So with that said, that is your spoiler warning. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get the slideshow started, Burley. So amazing film, beautiful animation, probably the best animation that has been out there in a while, quite a while. So anyway, what are your takes on the film? What did you really love about the film? The best parts of it, and then the parts that maybe you could have wanted to see differently. So let's go ahead and start. Yeah.
I really enjoyed this film, and like you said, the animation and how this movie looks, the amount of detail and love you can tell. They put a lot, and there's a lot of different animation styles and stuff.
Yeah, the colors especially too. The colors. I mean, like with the emotions and the feelings. Lots of different color palettes in this. Yeah.
Yeah, and then because this is a multiverse film, every universe has its own different style. So I really like that. So you can differentiate which universe you're in. It's really cool. Well, nice little thing of detail.
Yeah. Yeah, it had like its bits of humor as well as bits of emotional aspects to it as well that was really cool about the film. Like this part here. Yeah.
Oh yeah. This was something I was actually surprised with. Like the Spot was, because the Spot is such a D-level villain and not really a notable villain. To use him, I thought, okay, he was just going to be in here for the trailer stuff, the scenes you see him in the trailer, and a joke.
Yeah.
No, they actually make him, and as the film goes later on, make him quite a menacing villain, and he's still going to spoiler, he is coming back for part 3. And what he has, what they show for his plan and what he's going to do for next film, it's like, okay, this guy is quite evil and actually a threat.
Yeah. Were you surprised that Gwen Stacy, Spider-Gwen, started off the film? I thought it was going to be Miles to start off the film, but they started with Gwen, and she had a good 15-20 minutes at the very beginning of the film. Were you surprised at that?
Yeah, I was. I didn't. I knew she was going to have a big part in the film, but to have her start the film, I didn't see that coming. But I felt it was good, and it was nice to see. You get flashbacks of her stuff, and you see what happened to her, Peter Parker, and her version of her world, and you also get to see her relationship with her father, Captain Stacy.
Yeah,
I really did enjoy that.
Yeah. I mean, so many variants in this film and so many different Earths. I think Miles's Earth is 1610, right? I think it is 1610.
I think it's the canonical Marvel 616.
Yeah, something like that. And then I think the Gwen's is I forget which one, whether it's 65 or something like that. And then the spider that supposedly had bit Miles was from, what is it, Earth 42 or something like it. So many variants in this film, and so many different variants of the Spider-Man. I mean, you get the Spider-Man from the late 1960s. You get the Lego Spider-Man. You get the Spider-Man from, of course, the PlayStation games. Amazing how many different variants there are in this film. Which were your favorites, actually?
Well, I do like that they did bring in the variant from the game. That was nice, but I do love Spider-Punk, which was a character they put that's big in the film.
Yeah.
because he does have a lot of plot relevance. It was nice to see him in there, and I liked he's anti-establishment and just him. He does what they need him to do, but he doesn't exactly go fully along with everything, which is kind of cool.
Yeah. So, what did you think of this, like the Spiders Society that was going after like Miles towards the end of the film, and obviously earlier in the film? I mean, yeah, what did you think of that? And and then of course the Miguel O'Hara variant. I mean, what did you think of those characters?
Yeah, I do like this Spider-Man Society, and I think they do a good job with it. Just all these different variants, and they show you there's so many Easter eggs. You can blink and you can miss so many variants.
Yeah.
Just all the different variants, and then I do love the version because this is Spider-Man 2099.
Yeah.
I haven't read a lot of 2099. I read a bit, but it was nice to see him get his film debut, and I think he did a really good job, and you really understand. I think they give you a good enough to understand his motivations.
Yeah.
Now, one thing, because you had asked, what would you change for this film? I really did enjoy this film. The runtime goes a little too long.
Okay.
There are some parts that I understand it kind of just starts and stops a little. Yeah. And it could have, I think, if you chopped a little bit here, shortened this scene here a little bit there, it would have flowed a little bit better.
Yeah.
The movie is 2 hours and 16 minutes. So it's not a really long movie, but like it does feel a little long to me.
For an animated film, a little bit long, So there you go. There's and can you kind of talk a little bit about the Andrew Garfield that we got in this film too? We got some Andrew Garfield,
Yeah, so they show you in one scene they're going over, the canon events of where you get the old, with great power comes great responsibility, and all the Uncle Ben deaths, and you see the one from the original Amazing Spider-Man with Andrew Garfield, him crying over Uncle Ben's body.
Right.
And it shows. I think you can blink and you can see in that scene, like in one corner, Tobey Maguire. But one of the things I really liked is they actually had Donald Glover back as the Prowler. He's just sitting there in one of their jails. So you've got animated Spider-Man talking to a live action person. It's just, I think it went off very well, and it's like, oh, you know what? That was something they did in the first Spider-Man film from Marvel. We're still waiting to see if they're going to do anything with this character.
Yeah.
Kind of hope to see, and it was kind of nice to see him. It wasn't just him in street clothes; he was in the Prowler kind of costume. So it's like, oh, okay, is that how the costume's going to look?
Yeah. Do you think at any point, and I know this is getting just a little bit away from the discussion of the film, but with the character of Miles Morales, do you think we will see him in the MCU at some point? Because obviously, Sony Pictures, Tom Holland is going to be doing Spider-Man 4, but could we possibly see Miles Morales appear in the MCU films?
Yeah, I say we could see him in the MCU.
Yeah. With all the multiverse stuff going on and all. Yeah.
Well, with all the multiverse stuff going on, and you want another Spider-Man, if you don't want to have Peter Parker forever and Tom Holland can't do it forever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Makes sense. The most recognizable would be Miles Morales. So
yeah. So anyway, 247.7 million at the box office so far as of yesterday. So, I mean, the next film is coming out early next year, of course, Beyond the Spider-Verse, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, what are your predictions for that, Burley? I mean, what do you think is going to happen? Obviously, we did not have any major deaths here in this film, but what do you think is going to happen in the third and final installment of this?
Alrighty. So, in in the events of this film, they tell Miles about the canon event that, hey, you're gonna lose your dad.
Right.
And they show a thing of the spot going out of control, doing damage, and his dad dies.
Right.
And that's what makes us great, but keeps the timeline.
Yeah.
Miles is like, no, I can save my dad and keep the timeline safe. They're like, no, you can't.
Yeah.
You just can't, and are trying to stop him because Spider-Man 2099 is being like, I've tried this, changing this, and worse stuff happens.
Yeah.
So it sucks, but we have to do this.
Yeah.
And so it's just so, and you've got Miles trying to go back save his father. He goes to the wrong universe. He's another clone of himself.
Right.
Another version of himself from another universe
Right.
that became the Prowler, and his dad is dead in that, and he's trying to convince it.
Right.
Gwen, who was really originally trying to be like, hey, no, we need to keep with this, is grabbing a team of different Spider-Man to come help and save Miles.
Right. I think that was Earth 42. Yeah. So.
Yeah. That I because I saw this on the opening night, I cannot remember the Earth numbers. I'll be
honest. Yeah. For all of you out there, there's so many different variants, so many different numbers, and so many different Spider-Man variants. But
I do love that they took a lot of. They did take a little shot at Marvel. They actually took a shot at Marvel and Doctor
Sony
Strange.
Pictures.
Multiverse of Madness, because they're like, don't even get me started on that universe with Doctor Strange, Peter mixing with the multiverse. I was like, oh my god, I love that they just sat and decided to.
Yeah, it was good stuff. All right, and you see Peter Parker there with his baby girl there. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was nice to see, and I think they did it well with that Peter Parker and the daughter.
Yeah.
They didn't overdo it.
Right. So that's been our review. I mean, awesome film. I wouldn't give it a 10, but I'd probably give it like a 9.7 or a 9.8. It was an amazing film. The animation was just amazing, and I'm sure the next one is going to be just as good. That has been our spoiler review of Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse here on the Marvelous Marvel Discussion Arena, here on the Arena Productions. So we hope to catch you in the next one. Obviously, Marvel's Secret Invasion is going to be starting on June 21st, and we're going to be doing reviews of each episode weekly for that series. So stay tuned for that here on the Marvelous Marvel Discussion Arena. So I've been your host, X-Bat, along with my co-host, Burley of Burleyman Gaming. We hope to catch you in the next one. So take care, everyone. Peace out.